Yo, man, we're going to be talking, man. You know what I mean? We're going to be discussing. Just going to be discussing some things. You know, I'll be talking about various topics, man. Damn, homie, the light just changed, player. Damn, cuz. I don't know how much videos I got up here, but it's a couple, man. Talking about various topics. And this is like the topics that I'll be talking about ain't something that started on YouTube, man. Like I always used to talk about stuff like this. Might not be the exact same topics, but I always used to be talking about certain things, you know, to my peoples, man. Or even strangers. And one thing I always realized this pattern that whether I'm talking to a family member, or my peoples, or strangers you just met, like they always will have this bewildered look on their face. And then I realized that bewildered look is not so much a confused look. It's a look. I gotta be specific when I break this down. It's a look that has a certain level of fear in it, a certain level of not being able to identify reality, and this is the megalithic look that I'm about to explain. Is how is it that this person could allow this to flow out of his mouth and look so unaffected? That would be like the major description that they would have, son. But once you go into that description, you will see it got like layers of fear and not being able to process reality, man. So they will always have that look like, cause every time people be like, yo, you ain't scared, son? They be like, yo, you ain't scared? I'm like, scared of what? Like when I used to be talking about aliens, hard body back in the days, people used to be like, yo, son, you ain't scared, son? Like, yo, that stuff that you talking about, man, like, yo, that shit is scary. When I used to be talking about death, people used to be like, yo, that's scary, son. You talking about stuff like that, son. They always will put the fear out there, but then they will always be like, they sometimes they wouldn't actually say it, but they would have the look on their face like, yo, how this guy could just sit here and talk about stuff like this, and it's like he doesn't seem unaffected. Like it's like his persona or how his display is displaying is like you're having a regular conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like you having a calm conversation. That's how like it's body language. The body language would be like you having a calm conversation, but what we're talking about is so profound. They couldn't understand like, yo, how is it that this guy could just be talking about stuff like this, son? And it's like he does it with a serious face. And it doesn't even seem like he's scared in no shape, form, or fashion. Like he seems unaffected. Like how could he have thoughts like this go through his head? Like I can't even have that damn thoughts go through my ears. Like I'm having problems or issues with it, with me just hearing this. I'm having a hard time having this go through my ears. This man has it going through his head and he's not even affected by it. That's one of the biggest signs right there to show that these people are disconnected from God. Straight up. Because the only things that I'll be describing, even though it might be on certain levels, it might be byproducts of a higher design, Of course, the Matrix always got to have some noise coming in simultaneously when I'm about to make a point. That's how it works, though, man. This damn planet. But yeah. Even though that, that's how you would know that those people are disconnected from God, man. Why? Because things that I just be talking about, man, just be reality, man. On many different levels, man. It's just a reality. It is what it is, man. I mean, what are you going to accomplish by sitting in some corner like that creature Precious from Lord of the Rings biting your damn nails? Like one of them cartoon characters biting their nails so damn fast that you see the damn pieces of nails fly off up in the air, son. You know what I'm saying? Your teeth is chattering like you cold, mad afraid. What are you going to gain from that? What are you gaining from that? You ain't gaining nothing from that. You ain't gaining nothing from worrying but high blood pressure, stress, early gray hairs. You know what I'm saying? All sorts of ailments. You ain't gaining nothing. You ain't benefiting nothing from that. So you might as well just accept it, man. This is what it is, man. This is just the reality that we're in. We just got to accept it, man. There's a lot of people that have a hard time accepting it. And that just shows that those people are living a lie. Because when you describe reality to a lot of these people, man, they look so lost. I mean, the expression in their face just gives it off. They look lost, man. That's because they've been living in a land of make-believe. Matter of fact, they believe, period. You ain't supposed to believe. You know what I mean? As I stated before, when you believe, that is just a construct that was created because one couldn't handle the truth. Like, you got people that believe that Jesus is real, and they believe in that whole doctrine of religion, that some God is coming to save them. All they gotta do is get on their hands and knees and pray. You got some die-hard believers about that. So they created a reality of that belief, and they abide by that reality that they created for the mere fact they can't handle the truth that they don't have what it takes to be a God themselves. So they had to create an artificial reality. That's what the ego does. The ego creates an artificial reality because if it did not create that artificial reality, that person would self-destruct. That's why I did a video back in the days talking about the what it was, something titled religion. What it was, something along the lines that religion was brought into existence to serve as a cushion, a safety net, a cushion. You know what I mean? It was brought into existence on some levels to provide as a safety net cushion. Because you got people that they have to adopt that illusion. Because if they came into the realization that they have to become the gods and the goddesses on the planet, and then they have to carry themselves on a higher chord on every level of that word, they would kill themselves. You think these stockbrokers jumping off buildings when they lose millions is stressful? An egotistical being not being able to come up out of the ego and become a god. That's stressful. So they create all of these artificial realities all over. Their whole entire life is an artificial reality. Only because deep down inside, they don't have what it takes to become a god or a goddess. Straight up. And that's that look that I used to be getting from people's face. Because how is it that you're going to be afraid for somebody that's describing, like, you might not have been able to see what I was talking about, meaning comprehend. We ain't talking about capturing images, because that's an illusion. They got people thinking that seeing got to do with seeing images. No, seeing got to do with knowing. That's why they call that eye the all-seeing eye. It's really the all-knowing eye. The pineal gland, you know, it's because it's the analytical eye that analyzes everything. So you got, you know what I'm saying, be breaking down certain things in society and all that, and you will have people that never comprehend that. But then when I break it down, yo, my man, why you blowing the horn? It's a red light. And then when I break certain things down, they begin to see it, meaning that they begin to understand what's going on. And then they would go into like this Down syndrome look on their face, like their jaw would just open and their eyes would just be open wide, and they have like that ghost spook look on their face, son. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the first time the truth is going through their body. The first time they allowing it to go through their body, because they be withholding the truth from flowing in, because it's the energy signal, and they hold it back from going in. You know what I mean? So you know what I'm saying? I'm describing certain things, and certain people that I was breaking it down to, they come into the realization of what's actually going on, and then they like blown away, or they might get scared. That's only because you've been living a lie and you didn't have what it takes to process reality. I mean, that's the reality of it, man. You didn't have what it takes to process reality, so you created all of these illusions. So when somebody come with the truth, it sheds light on that illusion, and they know they created that illusion. Yo, man, there's nobody. I give people the benefit of the doubt, man, especially the God race. Nobody on this planet that damn dumb. People might act dumb, but when the truth and the proof is in front of you, man, you could deny it all you want. But just because you deny the proof doesn't mean that the proof is not valid. It just means that you have an inability to accept reality. Why? Because you know that if you accept reality, then you're going to have to become a god. And you know it's a hell of a lot easier to be a human than to be a god. God is not no human. God created the humans. God created the humans. God is not no human. God would be what the humans consider to be an alien, because God is not from Earth. And an alien is just a life force that's not indigenous to a particular space. The humans is indigenous to Earth. Gods ain't indigenous to Earth. How the hell we started in Africa? How you a god and you started in Africa? Explain that to me. When God is a subliminal title that represents alien. You know what I mean? God is a subliminal title that denotes an alien. Not an alien like how Hollywood, see, that's the thing with Hollywood. They did such a mind job on people that when you say alien, they automatically think gray and green men with big black beetle eyes. No, that's not no damn alien. Know what I'm saying? It's a humanoid. But then again, you could say that's an alien because if it go to a different territory and all that, then, you know, it's an alien. Son. If you go to a land where it's not indigenous, then it's an alien. So yeah, that would be an alien, but that's not the indefinite description of an alien. The real aliens are gods. Period. You got real aliens and you got fake aliens. Like your gray and your greens. Fake aliens. The real aliens are gods. Those gray and green aliens, those are aliens of the Matrix. It's like I stated before in past video. And you know, somebody told me that, I ain't gonna get into all that, man. But you know, I don't be tooting my horn, but I was the first one who said that the gods of religion is the gods of the Matrix. But you got the aliens, they are aliens of the Matrix. Your fake gods, they are the gods of the Matrix. They are the gods that only exist on Earth. Earth is the Matrix. Jesus don't exist outside of Earth. They told you Jesus went in the clouds. Clouds is in Earth. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, The people, they just have an inability to process reality because they know that if they accept reality, aka the truth, then that means they have to carry themselves on a more responsible level. You know what I'm saying? I realized this with the females too, man. A lot of the females, man. A lot of the females I have conversations with. I realized that the reason why they wear the perm, I mean, I realized this a long time ago, but the reason why they wear the perms is because they don't have what it takes to be responsible. That's it. Because if you allowing your insecurities to override truth, because when you gotta know, when you speak in truth and you moving on that truth frequency, that's a hell of a responsibility, man. To speak the truth is to be responsible. To speak lies is to be irresponsible. When you could speak lies, you could live lies. You could eat lies, speak lies. You could display, reflect lies. And those are all various signs of someone that's being irresponsible. So when you see these girls out here with these perms, wigs, and weaves, that's a clear sign that they're irresponsible. You don't even got the discipline to be responsible to take care of your own hair. Because they don't have what it takes to be a goddess. That's a fear. When you see these chicks walking around with the perms and the wigs and the weaves, they just displaying how afraid they are to be themselves. You know, I mean, there's many ways you could break it down, man. Many different ways, B. See where I'm at, man. The hell? You know what I'm saying? Many different ways that you could break it down. But it all got to do with the gods and the goddesses not having what it takes to be a god or a goddess. It's more easier for people to sit back and wait for some comic book character to come save them than for them to guard up and goddess up and save themselves. They have a independent mindset. When I say independent, meaning that they always depend. Because, you know, they switch things out. Like, you see people that like they would say that independent people, they do things on their own. No, they don't. There is nobody who does things on their own. Independent people utilize other people to get things done. Independent and dependent is basically the same thing, because you always seeking an external force to assist you. You have independent people say, well, I go out there and get my own job, but you went out there and got a job from somebody else, using somebody else's money. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. Two faces that's on the same damn coin. See, they have an independent mind, meaning that they are dependent on outside forces to come save them. Your Jesus Christ, your whoever it is, man, whoever. We all know who these false gods are. These archons. It's building that, B. You know what I mean? These archons. But they don't know how to depend from self, because they don't know who self is. And especially, you got these people out here who be saying that they gods. Yo, man, these people are so fake, man. I mean, these people that say that they gods. Yeah, I know I'm a god. I know this, I'm a god. And all this and all that. These people will talk about how the planet is flat. I say to them, okay, so since you a god, why don't you come out your body and go see what the planet look like? But when you start talking like that, you're crazy. But you're supposed to be a god. That's what a soul is. A soul is a god. The soul is a God. There's many ways you could break it down. You know what I mean? Soul is a God. The soul is an alien. The soul is not from no planet. At least the hybrid planets that's in our solar system is from the real planet, Earth. Earth. Damn. It's from the real planet. Zoom. What they call a sun. From the real planet, Zoom. You know what I mean? You want to see what the planet look like? Hop up out your body and go see. It's that simple. You ain't got to read no books. You ain't got to wait for NASA, which means deceive, to tell you anything. Because they ain't going to tell you nothing but a bunch of damn lies, man. Why these people are going to tell you anything of truth, man? You know what I'm saying? Hop up out your body and go see. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's a bunch of fake gods and fake goddesses on the planet, man. They talk it, but they ain't really about that life, man. To them, it's just a damn hustle. Sound deep. They ain't really about that life, man. A lot of them ain't even really made a connection with no high etheric beings. Straight up. Hop up out your body, go to the sun. That's what I say. Hop out your body and go to the sun. How many times we done spoke about out-of-bodies experiences? Go travel. See what the hell is really going on. Don't take my word for it. Next time you have an out-of-body experience, go outside of the planet and see what it looks like. And you would see it's a shape-shifting, light-bending cube. When I say cube, don't think that, you know what I'm saying, like how they show us cubes in this dimension. You know what I'm saying? Because the cubes that exist within this dimension is different from this actual cube. Because the cubes that exist within this dimension comes up under some heavy form of manipulation. It's condensed. Yo, where this building at, B? Hold on for a second, man. 65. Okay, it's right here. You know what I'm saying? But when you go up out there and you look at it, man, those images that they be showing you of the planet is so fake, man. Oh, man. Yo, man, it's so fake, B. When you leave Earth, it looks completely different. Completely different, man. Completely different. You go there, you will see. It's a shape-shifting, light-bending cube. It looks bugged out. Bugged. Yo, you got to see it how the souls see it, man. Because you got to know, when you seeing things, how these eyes see it in your skull, it's coming up under a form of manipulation. But when you see it how the souls see it, you see it how it really is, man. Shape-shifting, light-bending cube, man. But I'm about to get up out of here, man. Drop this flying over toe, man. People got to stop being afraid, man. Guard up, guard us up, man.